I call this cost benefit. It's a little bit more like feasibility. But actually it's like feasibility impact, but nobody knows what I mean when I say feasibility impact, so we're going to stick with cost benefit. But it's a useful canvas because it helps you start to think about how much energy you have to put into things versus the kind of results you're going to get from it. The first way to do this is just to estimate. You're just doing a guess. There's some things that you can just say, yeah, that is going to be a lot of effort and it's not going to bring very much in terms of results. As you get more sophisticated at this, as you grow, as your teams grow, as your capabilities expand, you can do more work to understand how feasible and what kind of return you might get from the project. So that's another exercise, but you can look at it in terms of developing discounted cash flows, expectations, or expected values, or actually trying to calculate what the real value of your strategic alternative or this action actually is going to be. So let's just take a quick look at the sheet. It's not complicated. I keep calling it a sheet, but I want to start calling it a canvas. So I'm going to try and use the canvas language. So you've got here the impact on the y-axis, feasibility on the x-axis, and the way we think about this is, again, you can just guess at it. You can say, well, this is easy to do. So if it's easy to do, the feasibility is high, right? And this is really going to change our business. Impact is high. This is really hard to do. Feasibility is low. This is not going to impact our business. Impact is low. And then you can go putting your different strategic alternatives out. And the first way to do it is to compare them against each other. So you'd say, well, this is more or less feasible than another one. Or this is going to have more or less impact than another one. And you end up with a nice spread of your alternatives or actions on the canvas. And then we kind of like to look at these in this corner and take them out, because these are low feasibility, low impact, right? But as you start to move up into this category, higher feasibility, higher impact, high feasibility, high impact, these are probably your high priority, moving down into this area, and then these would be third priority. Now, when I say that we do this by estimating, that's the first way. The next way, like I mentioned a moment ago, is to actually do the work, to understand how much effort it's going to take. What is it going to cost us to do this? What is the real impact on the business? How much can we expect to earn from taking this action? And then you can really get into your return on investment for each one. And that's a level of analysis that I'm not going to go into here, but if you find yourself with a lack of clarity around which options you want to take forward, and you're not sure as to the value of the different options, then going into a deeper analysis can be helpful. But for now, for what we're looking at right here today, and this particular exercise, just compare them against each other and see if you can come up with a nice broad range of how your different strategic alternatives will fit into the feasibility and impact grid.